What's up, Taurus? Welcome to your reading for the full moon in Gemini. That's going to be the last full moon of the year. It will peak on December 4th. It will be potent 3 days before, up to 3 days after, but the peak is actually on the 4th. So this is going to inspire deep conversations. It can kick off some creative ideas, explore different viewpoints, and maybe just an overall new perspective on things. I want to see what area of life this is going to affect you. So what do we have for Taurus, please? Full moon in Gemini. Okay, so we have 8th house, joint assets, that's transformation, inheritances, and sex. Okay, and we have Venus. So Venus is love, romance, beauty, money, the appearance and desires, relationships. All right, Taurus, so this looks like this is going to be based on a relationship of some sort, possibly. All right, let's get more for Taurus. And Taurus, you're ruled by Venus as well. So that could very well be your Venus placement. Okay, so this feels very much, we've got a Taurus that is single, available, ready to pursue new love, perhaps. It's like you're letting go of an old life that you had. You know, you may have actually just finished up maybe negotiations in a divorce or separation. Like I said, you know, this does deal with joint assets, right? And I feel like, okay, you've gone through, you know, all those negotiations of splitting up assets, and you're now currently, you know, single and ready to mingle. So this may have been a long time coming. So with the feeling of you ready to get out and, you know, start over, you know, this could have been a long process for you. So you may have been separated from this person for a very long time, and you're just now wrapping up, you know, the splitting up of assets with the negotiator here. So let's get a little more on this then, please. Yeah. Pisces energy, Scorpio energy. Virgo energy. So we've got cross, olive branch, and chess. I think you decided to stop, strategizing, planning, playing games when it came to, splitting up of assets and, the separation process, fighting over things. I think you thought, you know what? I'm giving in, peace be with you. I'm done trying to deal with any power plays when it comes to this negotiation of the splitting of the assets. Okay, I think this is what's highlighting for you during this full moon is you're ready to release, okay? Because I think you're realizing the longer this drags out of trying to fight over a car or, the pets or, a house or whatever that may be that you have in regards to assets, I think you're like, my peace means more to me. Me being single and available and independent, ready to start the next chapter of your life, I think that means more to you right now. You're like, I release this, okay? I know it's for everybody's, it's for everybody. It will benefit everybody if I just surrender this, okay? It'll de-escalate. So there might have been some dogma, power struggles during these negotiations. And I think it's just, you're like, I gotta fly. I gotta be free. My peace, my sanity, me being able to just to walk away and be done with this means so much more, even if possibly you having to start over. So let's get more on this, please. So yeah, like I was saying, the signs are Pisces, Scorpio, Virgo. You could be dealing with any of these signs. You could have these signs in your chart. Doesn't have to be. Let's get more on this. Oh, okay. So are we dealing with a Queen of Cups? Little demanding on those assets. Page of Pentacles. Yeah, it's almost like they're trying to take an advantage of the situation. Knight of Swords. Yeah, it's like you were dealing with somebody who was a little bit of an emotional manipulator, right? Emotionally manipulating you to get what they want. And that's where the chess came in, where there was a lot of, okay, you almost felt like you had to plan your next move because you knew they were doing what they could emotionally to take advantage of the situation and to be able to almost rush in and seize that moment, right? It's like they rush in with, you know, their demanding ways, holding the sword up, right? Ready to cut you up. And I think you realized this was way too much for you. Way too much. It was wearing you down. Yeah, High Priestess. You knew this. You caught on to this. You caught on to this game that it was going to drag out longer until basically they got their half and your half. Okay, your intuition was opening up and you knew that this was going to drag out and continue. And it wasn't going to do any favors for you. And now it's like, okay, here we go. Here's the deep conversation of, I surrender, I give in. I'd rather start over fresh, okay, with clothes on my back, than to keep playing this game. You know, every time, you know, you two would, you know, come to the table with, you know, to try to adjudicate, it was a constant change of course, right? It was always something new. And you were dealing with a manipulator who you know, making you feel bad, you know, making you feel bad, cutting in and cutting you up with words. It was almost like it was kind of up and down. And, you know, Taurus, I know you like your money, you like your luxuries, you take a long time. You know, you don't like change. And with all this change, it just kept dragging out, right? Because I think you might have been playing into that a little bit yourself. Because Taurus, you know, you don't like to let go of your luxuries either. But I think during this full moon time, it's coming to a head to where you're like, I just want to be single. I just want to be done. I just want to be me again. And you're ready to just let it go. Yeah, there it is. 111, intuition, right? High Priestess. That was that additional card that wanted to come out. Yeah, you're gaining insight, right? Clarity. Self-awareness and joy. It's like you're gaining clarity. The only way you're going to be happy and feel that joy, to be single and ready to mingle again, is if you just surrender and your intuition is really kicking in during this time, and it's telling you, just let it go. Take your clothes, take, you know, the clothes on your back, start over. It's not worth it, because I think this has been going on for quite some time. Yeah, I don't know if I can. Yeah, look. More than a year. I had a feeling this had been going on for a while. And you see the Buddha on here. You know, you tell he wants peace. You know, if this is more than a year, this could have been going on for a couple of years, 3 years, you know, and you're just like, okay, all right, I'm just, whatever agreement we had, let's just throw it in the trash can. Just take it. I'm done. I'm walking. Because that's what this person, you're realizing that's what this person wants. Truthfully, they're holding on to you. That's part of the game. That's part of the chess game. And I think you're like, I get it. They just want to hold on to me. It's not even really that they want their assets and your part of the assets. You're like, they just want to hold on to me. They don't want me to be single, available, and ready to just move on. You're catching on to it. The clarity's coming in. Now is the time to realize your long-held ideas. You're on the right path to turning your dreams into reality. The right people, circumstances, and resources are coming together to support you. Happiness and new opportunities are within reach. Trust the journey. Have faith in the process. And I think that's what you're doing. So, like I said, 111, that is your intuition. The high priestess came out right here. You're catching on that if you don't let this go and drop it, they're never going to let you go. It's gone on too long. And that's okay, Taurus. It might have taken you a while to catch on to what this person was doing when it came to the assets and trying to split them up. Better late than never, right? It's better to find out maybe 2 years, 3 years later, more than a year, whatever, however long that took. It's going to be different for everybody. But the fact that you at least caught on to it, you're like, okay, all right. I'm going to be the dove. I'm going to call truths. Okay? I'm going to sacrifice those assets. I'm going to let them take them. I'm done dealing with the dogma. Okay? It's nothing but like there's a purpose behind this, and you know this. It's not about just the assets. It's about holding on to you, because Taurus, and part you too, you taking a while because of not wanting to let go of your half, but then you realized the power struggle you're dealing with. So again, let me give you the signs: Pisces, Scorpio, Virgo, Taurus, Gemini. We've got Pisces again, and we have Gemini, Cancer energy. Yeah. All right, Taurus. I hope this was helpful. I'm glad you're finally making a decision that is best for you. And it's okay, it took a little while, because you're here now, or you're gonna be here now, and that's when your life will begin. You'll be able to start over again and be that single, available, feeling good, ready to pursue again. And that's what they were holding you from. And now you know. So I hope this was helpful. Much love and light. I will talk to you soon.